Hello guys, welcome to the episode Adaptogens and Everyday Life. There's lots of videos that go into the science of adaptogens. They talk about ashwagandha, ginseng, rhodiola, holy basil. These are all fantastic. But how do these actually feel in your everyday life? Like what's the purpose? Okay, cool, you see some of the benefits, but how does that translate into your everyday life? Over the past couple of years, I went from being not sensitive at all from my gut biome to just the way that I perceived the world. I wasn't aware of my level of sensitivity. After working with adaptogens for a number of years in different ways, different cycles, different types of adaptogens at different times, I really began to understand the difference in how they make me feel. Something to note here is that adaptogens aren't like a microdose. They're not like a magical pill. They're not an Advil or a Tylenol that's just gonna take that headache away. They're not that cup of coffee or that shot of espresso that's gonna boom, turn it on right away in that moment. There are some formulations and there are some potencies that have a very immediate effect, for lack of better terms. But generally speaking, adaptogens are something that you work with for, let's say 30 to 60 days, really allowing the body to come back into balance. Adaptogens aren't a one-stop shop. They're not a magical pill. They help support general and overall wellness in a non-specific way. The science community kind of hates this in a way. They're catching up. It's very kind of like general health and wellness. It falls along the lines of doing yoga for your health. However, we're starting to see more and more that the Eastern medicine from India and from China have a lot of merit to help you. So an adaptogen, let's say you're taking something like ashwagandha or ginseng and or reishi. Let's actually stick with ashwagandha and reishi. Let's say that you find yourself very angsty, impatient, easily to get upset or angered. Now let's use the example of someone cutting you off in traffic, and your immediate response is to flip them off, to get angry, to rev your engine, to come up close behind them, maybe tailgate them or swerve beside them, finger them. I mean, this is generally when we're in a state of fight or flight. Maybe it's not in your awareness yet, but the initial reaction is, this guy just cut me off and could have caused an accident. I can't believe this person did this. How could they be so dumb? How could they jeopardize my life or my family's life because of this? And so we're in this fight or flight response. This fight or flight response is not always bad. It innately in nature was a good response in case there was a danger, maybe an avalanche or a wild animal chasing us. It was good that we had this initial boost, this jolt of adrenaline and cortisol, which is a stress hormone, into the body to get us out or to make us think more clearly or focus in on a situation to get us out of danger. However, now we have cars, we have wives and girlfriends and boyfriends and bosses and text messages and people from all over the world that are creating and shocking our system with a form of stress, a shot of cortisol or adrenaline in different ways. Our bodies have gotten really used to staying in this fight or flight response. That makes us feel, whether again you're aware of it yet or not, we're tensed. We're almost like ready to snap. Think about something that's under tension. It's ready to snap. It's ready to go. And so all day you've had not the best day at work. Your boss has been kind of a pain in the ass. You're rushing home to get dinner prepared, the kids, or you got homework. Wherever you are, no matter what you're doing, you're already feeling that tension of the day, and then someone cuts you off. That's it. That unleashes that tension. You unleash the tension on that person. Again, this is just for an example. You might know what I'm speaking of in different ways. Maybe it's the person at home not picking up their shoes or your computer crashing. It doesn't matter what it is. The intention is that how you might actually feel adaptogens working in your life is that by using them regularly, by taking them, you're gonna actually feel the nervous system in your body begin to relax. It's gonna naturally start to feel more at ease. And when that person cuts you off in traffic, there's gonna be more time between your initial reaction and that state of calmness that maybe you felt before. And so when that person cuts you off, maybe you realize that one, you've done that to people, that maybe they're in a rush, maybe they just didn't see you, but it's okay. You're just actually gonna break and give them a little bit more space. And instead of out lashing at them, you're gonna do the opposite because you're not ready to snap. You've had more support throughout your day. Another way that you might notice this is when you get a text message that maybe created created this sense of wonder or curiosity and kind of dis-ease, this angst. Maybe you just have a little bit more calmness. There's a little bit more patience and understanding. You're not as tense all of the time. This is one of the best ways that adaptogens can help our body. And when they help our body not be so stressed out all of the time, guess what? Not only does that make you feel better, gives you more energy because you're not burning energy or using energy to stress, it's also increasing your immune system. When we're stressed and in this fight or flight all of the time, it puts stress on our immune system because we're having to combat something that is out of balance. Without getting nerdy on you or going into the deep science of it, that's how some of these adaptogens can work. The same is true with energy. Now, some of these adaptogens help you sleep. They help you balance your sleep hormones. They help you increase your energy. And so for something like cordyceps or American or Siberian ginseng, you'll notice after taking them, you feel more alert. You feel more mentally clear. And it feels like that cup of coffee, or maybe like a half a cup of coffee, but there's no crash, there's no jitters, there's no anxiety that comes with it. It doesn't affect your ability to fall asleep if you need to. Again, working with something like cordyceps and ginseng over the course of a couple weeks can really start to show you what that natural flow of energy really looks like without a stimulation that causes any kind of imbalance or crash. This is so important to take into our everyday lives. Working with natural substances that don't leave us with side effects, that don't leave us depleted, that don't come with any other harmful effects like shocking our adrenal system, like producing cortisol when we don't need them, is very important nowadays. We have enough stimulation. The issue is not that we need more stimulation. We don't need more nootropics and more sugar and more caffeine and more lights in our faces. We need to allow the system to calm down and to relax. And through that process, increase our energy naturally when we're not burnt out all of the time. Thank you guys for joining. You know what to do. If you like this video, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you gotta do to help us continue to make this content available, which we will. Our mission is to help you be the best versions of yourself, to help you find your harmony, and to truly transform yourself in a way that is most serving to you. Talk to you guys soon. Much love.